It's funny. We go around a year of no 10-inch pen displays, then right at the same time, the same day, I get two new offerings in the mail. Today, after a bit of delay, I'm finally going to take a look at the second offering I got, Artisul's diminutive follow-up to the D13, aptly titled the D10. With the D10, Artisul has comfortably settled into a safe design language. The smaller tablet now looks like a shrunken down D13, which itself was merely a blown up version of Artisul's first tablet, the Pen8's SP1001, way back when they were still being called UC Logic, which they still technically are, but meh. As such, the SP1001 and the D10 are virtually identical, with only two minor differences. The UC Logic branding on the side has been replaced by the Artisul logo, and a slightly retooled I/O layout to accommodate the redesigned microUSB cable. We'll be revisiting that a little bit later, so keep it in mind. The D10 and the SP1001 are so similar, I thought perhaps it was just a rebadge. So I tried using the SP1001 I still have with the D10's drivers, and it didn't work. So while the chassis is the same, there must be some more significant modifications internally. Also identical to the previous Artisul devices is the included stylus, being one of the more premium and comfortable pens you can get with a Cintiq alternative. Like nearly every pen, it recognizes 2048 levels of pressure, has no eraser, and doesn't recognize tilt. Artisul's pens have never required batteries though, and that's still the case here with the D10. Speaking of case, that's something that is missing with the D10 that we got with the D13 and SP1001, the nice carrying case with a magnetic clasp that carried the replacement nibs and built-in remover tool. Instead, the pen here comes in an unimpressive disposable cardboard box, and the nibs come in a small disc that looks like it should double as a pen stand, but doesn't. Another omission assumedly to cut costs. A bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. So, let's move on to performance. I have a bit of a story to tell to explain why this video didn't come out immediately after the Artis XS. For the last month or so, I actually thought the D10 I got was a DOA unit. I got like 5 tablets in the mail all at once when coming home from a vacation to St. Louis, and me and my sister decided to open them all up together and take a look. When I got to the D10, I tried hooking it up to my MacBook, but it wouldn't respond to pen input. Perplexed, I went and tried it on my workstation downstairs and had the same issue, both with the included pen and another Artisul pen I had just lying around. Just for shits and giggles, my sister also decided to try the tablet out with her Razer Blade 14 and had the exact same issue. Assuming I had been sent a dud, I put the thing aside and moved on to the other stuff I got, figuring I'd talk to my Artisul rep and get it sorted out later. In the meantime though, I figured out I had another bit of a problem on my hands. The Artisul driver I'd installed on the D10 wouldn't properly uninstall from my system, still showing up in the list of installed applications under Windows even though I'd run the uninstaller. This would have only been a minor aesthetic annoyance, but the lack of a full uninstall meant that none of my other Artisul drivers would even start installing, saying another tablet driver was present and needed to be removed. Even after running Revo uninstaller and clearing out the registry, I still couldn't get the thing to go away. I was fearing I'd have to reformat my entire system because of a freaking driver. Luckily, at that point my rep got back to me and wanted to try having a tech remote into my PC to take a look before issuing an RMA for the D10, which I thought was fair. Organizing something took longer than either party would have liked since there was a 12-hour time difference between where I am and Artisul HQ, but when we finally got something going, we took the better part of 3 hours going through my PC, cleaning out junk from the registry, uninstalling the old driver, and actually ended up using a completely different driver, the new Artisul 3.0, which apparently works with both the D10 and the D13. The tech said that the driver issues were most likely caused by having installed so many different tablets on my computer, which seemed likely, but then again, my sister also had a hell of a time getting the original D10 driver off her Blade as well, and that had never had another tablet installed on it. So if you buy this, I highly recommend using the version 3.0 driver, even if it's marked for the D13 and not the D10. So with that massive rant out of the way, let's talk about actually using the D10. The screen here is standard fare for a class of this device, a 1280 by 800 10.1-inch IPS display. Artisul has a matte finish over the cover glass here that, while it distorts the image and dulls the colors a bit, especially compared to the XP10 10S, reflections are significantly curbed and you get a more gritty texture for more confident mark making than you get with raw glass. So at least you get something for your troubles. Likewise, the pen experience is every bit as good as the D13 before it. Tracking is fantastic out of the box, with no calibration needed, and pressure is near the head of the pack, giving you a nice even curve going from thick to thin. Drawing on the D10 felt really good, if not as good as the D13, though that's probably due to the smaller screen and lower, more cramped resolution than anything else. Minimum force required to register a stroke isn't as light as a Huion, but still very good and gave me no issues when working on light hatching. It's definitely an experience worth the $300 that Artisul was asking for. So, conclusion time. Is the Artisul D10 as solid of a product as its bigger, older brother? Overall, I'm torn with this device if I'm being honest. On the one hand, there's a much better pen performance here than on the XP Pen Artist 10S, not having any of that pen offset that product had, and while the screen is less colorful, the matte finish is great for cutting down on glossy distractions and giving you some bite. However, the driver issue and the essentially proprietary cable make me hesitant to recommend it full stop over XP Pen's offering, which uses a standards-compliant USB Type-C cable that you can replace at your local Best Buy if it dies on you in a pinch. I'll let you decide which one seems more worth your money, because honestly, I'm hard-pressed to choose myself. So, my name is Tom Oliver. You guys have been watching Rebel Pixels, a channel all about empowering and impassioning the DIY creator here on the web. If that's you, if you live and die by your art, you need to hit that subscribe button below and join the rebellion. Every week I make videos just like this, whether they're technical videos talking about devices like this that kind of are clones of the big boy toys that all the professionals use that the everyman can afford, or if they're kind of more casual vlogs talking about news in the industry, new products coming out, or just kind of my trials and tribulations on my path to being a creator and trying to help you avoid the problems that I've had on my path. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, hit subscribe below, give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was good, give it a thumbs down if you thought it friggin' sucked. If you thought it sucked, let me know in the comments why so I can do better next time. But until then, I'm Tom Oliver, this is Rebel Pixels, reminding you guys we might be indie, but that doesn't mean that we're alone. Catch you all in the next one.